Chapter 1. Faith and Assurance. Birth and Childhood. There was no hospital in Provo in 1932, and the Crane Maternity Home was having epidemic difficulties, explained Stella Harris Oakes of the circumstances when her pregnancy reached full term on August 12th that year. So the decision was made that our first baby would be born at home, in the same room in which I had been born just 26 years previously. Stella's water broke 2 weeks earlier, meaning this would be a dry birth, increasing the risk of complications. Yet, with characteristic cheerfulness, she faced the long, painful labor bravely. After all, she was attended by 4 medical professionals. Her husband of 3 years, Dr. Lloyd E. Oakes, his older brother Weston, with whom he practiced medicine, their sister Nettie H. Oakes, a newly graduated nurse, and Dr. Lloyd L. Cullimore, a general practitioner who came to Provo originally under a new federal program to reduce maternal and infant mortality. They surrounded me, all in white, and eager to make things as easy for me as possible, Stella recounted. In their eagerness, however, they used a new, very effective anesthetic, so effective that it penetrated and numbed the newly birthing baby too, so that he did not breathe upon delivery. Trying to resuscitate the infant boy, the 3 doctors each took a turn exercising the tiny body of the baby, spatting him, bending him double, and trying every technique known to be effective, Stella remembered. Still, he did not respond. Finally, Nettie, standing tensely nearby, was suddenly and distinctly prompted to pick up a can of chloroform and spray his upper torso. The sudden freezing cold sensation caused him to gasp for that first precious breath. Stella saw Nettie's prompting as a moment of inspiration that saved the child's life. Stella had decided the boy's name 18 days earlier as she sat on a ditch bank in a public park in nearby Springville, Utah. Thousands had gathered for the unveiling of a statue dedicated to pioneer mothers by the Boston sculptor Cyrus Dallin. Hailing originally from Springville, Dallin had gone on to fame as the creator of iconic public sculptures, including the Angel Moroni atop the Salt Lake Temple, the Brigham Young Monument at South Temple and Main Street in Salt Lake City, the Paul Revere statue near the Old North Church in Boston, and Appeal to the Great Spirit outside the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. As Stella Oakes watched Cyrus Dallin unveil his memorial to the pioneer women of Springville, topped by a bronze bust modeled after his own mother, she decided then and there to name her first child after the artist, providing it was a son. That gave the newborn boy his first name, Dallin. His middle name, Harris, was Stella's maiden name. She was a great-granddaughter of Emer Harris, brother of Martin Harris, one of the 3 witnesses to the Book of Mormon, whose testimony appears in every edition of that volume of Scripture. Giving the boy her maiden name would help him remember his mother and the history of his family and church. Like my parents, who were both devoted members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Dallin Harris Oakes wrote years later, all of my ancestors have been members of the restored church since shortly after its organization in 1830. Most joined in the 1830s and 40s, with the last entering the waters of baptism in 1855. All participated in the settlement of Utah in the pioneer period, coming to the state from 1847 through 1862. His ancestral roots were European, 3/4 English, 1/8 Danish, and 1/16 each Swedish and Irish. Despite this sturdy ancestry, some of the Oakes family members worried about Stella and Lloyd's firstborn son because of the long labor and the oxygen deprivation that occurred when he was born. As Stella later explained, it had been so long that evidently they were all just worried sick that he would not have his right mentality. She had not worried at all until her sister-in-law, Jessie Oakes, made a comment. Suddenly, filled with great worry and concern, Stella looked longingly toward the baby's bassinet for some assurance that little Dallin was okay. His little hand waved, she recalled, and I will never forget it, because I knew I mean, the Lord helped me know that it was all right.